changed into sadness. The hope in tomorrow and the future being brighter quickly diminishes because you're concentrating on the wrong thing. Do you not trust your Lord who brought you this far? He took you through the challenges of yesterday in a way that you have a guarantee that He will take you through the challenges of today. Where I was, or my parents, or my grandparents, the place was far more difficult than where I am today. But why is it that I, having been given so much more than them, am much more stressed than they are, or they were? I feel sometimes claustrophobic just by the thoughts, a type of anxiety, by the thought of, what am I going to do? Will I pass? Will I make it? Will this job last? You see what happens? People go to school sometimes. When they concentrate on the wrong things, they forget that you're supposed to do your best. Focus, work as hard as you can, give it your best shot, and leave it to Allah. They forget that you have a capacity as a human being. Do your best, and then if you fail, it's okay, you're not the first person to have failed. And like I always say, you will never be the last person to have failed. There will be people after you who will fail. But you need to know how to navigate through that failure. Get up and pick up the pieces and go and do it again. And if you try again and you still fail, you might want to change course the third time or fourth time. You might want to choose something else. I know of someone who wanted to become a doctor. They didn't make the grades. They ended up becoming a businessman. And there was a time when they built a clinic and they employed doctors. And that's why I always laugh when I say, you're crying. But remember, you didn't make all those A's. Perhaps Allah wanted you to make B's and C's, because usually those who have A's work for those who have B's and C's, right? It happens, doesn't it? So it's okay. I'm not discouraging you from becoming a doctor and so on, but I am saying when your plan doesn't go as per your desire or your wish, remember, ultimately it's the plan of Allah that is going to come to pass, whether you like it or not. While we're saying that, don't become complacent and don't think for a moment that, well, you know, it's Allah's plan anyway, so let me just chill, and you know what, whatever's going to come to pass will come to pass. Because Allah's plan is amazing. He gives you a capacity and He asks you to do. So if you don't do, you are to blame. But if you do, then He wants you to go one step further to believe that still what we have chosen for you will happen. So if a person says, why should I study when Allah's already written whether I passed or failed? I would tell them, well, you don't know whether you're going to pass or fail, do you? So work as hard as you can and then let's see. Because if you did not work hard, perhaps Allah wrote for you that you were going to be foolish by not working hard, therefore you were going to fail. You have yourself to blame. Why do you have yourself to blame? Because you are guilty of not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But if you did what you were supposed to be doing, what you've left is outside of the capacity given to you by Allah. The God-given capacity that you have, you utilized it to the best of your ability, then you failed, you're not to blame. No, it's a capacity as a human being that you had, or you made a mistake. When I was studying, I remember a time when we had an exam paper, and one of the questions, I had studied them before the exam, and I was so excited when I saw the question that I actually made a mistake answering it because of the excitement. And a lot of the times with many children, and even as you grow older, we are guilty of answering wrongly simply because in our excitement, we didn't read the question fully. So many educators or teachers will tell the learners or students, make sure you read the question fully and understand it before you begin to answer it. But it happens. So the point being raised is, the capacity given to you by Allah is something He expects you to make use of and utilize to the extent, then leave it to Allah. Enjoy your sleep at night. Learn to switch off at night. When you get to bed, you say, oh Allah, I thank you for what you've given me. Oh Allah, please don't give me water, thanks. Oh Allah, I thank you for what you've given me. I thank you for the people who were concerned about my water. Did you get that? Because the cough is a distraction for a second. The fact that you bring water here is a distraction for 5 minutes. Like what just happened now. Okay. Nonetheless, I thank Allah. And I love you, my brother. So, there it goes. What was I saying? Water, right? I shall bring the water, ya akhi. I might remember what I was saying. Yeah, what was I saying, guys? Thank you Allah for the water. MashaAllah. I'll see you guys in a bit. Assalamu alaikum.